Have you ever found yourself looking around at the possessions you've gathered over a lifetime and wondering, how much is enough? It's a question that changes with age. In our younger years, we were often driven by acquisition, careers, homes, objects that seemed to signal our arrival. But as the horizon broadens, priorities shift. The value of simplicity, of focusing on what truly matters, often comes into sharper relief. Today we're exploring a question both practical and deeply philosophical. Why live a simple life, and how do we know when we have enough? Let's start with something many of us have noticed, the sense of freedom that comes from letting go. Perhaps you've experienced the satisfaction of clearing out a closet or passing along a cherished item to a loved one who truly needs it. Our first insight is the liberating power of simplicity. After decades of handling responsibilities, raising families, managing careers, caring for aging parents, life sometimes starts to feel cluttered, not just with things but with obligations. Simplifying isn't about denying ourselves joy or comfort. It's about releasing what no longer serves us so we can better appreciate what remains. Imagine the relief of waking up to spaces that reflect your values, not what advertisers say you should own. The practical step here is gentle. Choose a single drawer or shelf this week and ask yourself what truly adds value to your daily life. Let a little bit go and see how it feels. Now, simplicity isn't just about physical space, it's about mental clarity. Our second insight is the calming effect of paring down commitments. With wisdom comes the realization that time, not money or possessions, is our most precious resource. Many of us were raised in an era when being busy was equated with being important. But now we might find more peace in saying no to what drains us and yes to what sparks joy or adds meaning. For example, consider someone who volunteers for 5 different organizations out of a sense of duty. Contrast that with someone who focuses deeply on one cause close to their heart, building stronger relationships and making a measurable difference. Quality of life in this chapter means investing energy where it really counts. Is there an obligation you've outgrown? This week, try gently stepping back from just one to make space for simple enjoyment. Simplicity also invites us to savor ordinary moments, the hum of a morning bird, the taste of a favorite meal, quiet time with an old friend. Our third insight is the richness of presence. In a consumer-driven world, we're taught to look ahead to the next purchase, trip, or event. But the simple life encourages us to lean into the here and now, to become connoisseurs of little pleasures. Reflect for a moment. What simple moment brought you genuine contentment this week? The action step is straightforward. Each evening, jot down one small thing you noticed or appreciated that day. Over time, you might find your days feel more abundant, not less. Let's explore the notion of enough. Our fourth insight is recognizing sufficiency rather than scarcity. Throughout life, we're told to strive, to acquire, to never settle. But there comes a point, often in later years, when fulfillment comes not from getting more, but from recognizing what is already good. Many of you may recall the lessons from earlier days, post-war thrift, making do, finding happiness in simple things. Applying that wisdom today, we can turn from the chatter of comparison and measure enough by inner contentment, not outward measures. Try this exercise when you're tempted by something new. Pause and ask, will this truly enhance my day-to-day life, or do I already have what I need? With practice, your sense of security may grow, unshaken by trends. If you get value from what we have presented, please like and subscribe to help us grow our channel. Ageless Intuition. Good health is often a byproduct of simpler living. Our fifth insight is that simplicity can nurture well-being. Excess, be it in food, schedules, or commitments, often leads to stress. In contrast, when we pare down, we're better able to focus on the essentials: nutritious meals, gentle movement, restful sleep. Consider the difference between a packed pantry full of processed snacks and a straightforward healthy meal plan built around a few whole ingredients. The former leads to decision fatigue. The latter makes daily living lighter and often healthier. Action step: if cooking has become overwhelming, try preparing and repeating just a handful of tried and true wholesome meals, freeing up both mental and physical energy. Relationship quality, as you surely know, matters far more than quantity. Here's our sixth insight: less but deeper connection. In the digital age, the pressure to keep up with everyone can be immense. But true satisfaction comes from focusing on the core relationships that enrich your life. Remember a time when visits were longer, conversations were deeper, and distractions fewer. Simplicity allows us to rediscover those riches. This week, choose to reach out to one person meaningful to you, whether by phone, letter, or a simple shared cup of tea. Let the rest wait, knowing the heart has only so much room, and that's a beautiful thing. Let's reflect together for a moment. How has your idea of enough shifted in the past decade? When have you traded excess for satisfaction, and what did that feel like? I invite you to share your stories in the comments, even small ones, so others in our community can celebrate and learn together. Simplicity also frees us for purpose. Our seventh insight is the way simplifying allows space for legacy. What you want to pass on beyond material goods. Over time, the best parts of ourselves are often expressed not through wealth or possessions, but through acts of kindness, wisdom shared, time spent. When we release the swirl of busyness and excess, we create room for reflection and intentional impact. Perhaps you wish to write letters to grandchildren, mentor a young neighbor, or quietly support a cause close to your heart. The present moment becomes the stage for purpose. This week, set aside a quiet hour to consider, what gift can I share with those I love or my wider community that has nothing to do with money or things? Our eighth and final insight is that embracing simplicity makes it easier to adapt as life changes. With age comes inevitable transition, changing health, loss, new beginnings. Leading a simpler life increases resilience because we're less tied down by clutter, mental or physical. Instead, energy is spent on what endures: relationships, care, and personal meaning. Let's take a lesson from those who have weathered storms before, packing lightly, focusing on essentials, and adapting nimbly. So, as a practical step, look at just one corner where complexity bogs you down, be it in paperwork, routines, or relationships. Make a small start and notice the freedom it brings. If you get value from what we have presented, please like and subscribe to help us grow our channel. Ageless Intuition. Let's pause and reflect together as a community of thoughtful, wise individuals. How might your days look different with just a touch more simplicity? Where can you choose enough and create space for joy, purpose, and peace? You've already lived through eras that demanded both resourcefulness and generosity, times that celebrated both abundance and restraint. You know, perhaps better than anyone, the truth behind enough. By embracing a simpler life, whatever that looks like for you, you honor the wisdom of your experiences and clear space for what is most precious in this chapter and those yet to come. We'd love to continue this conversation with you. Share your stories, your favorite ways to simplify, or even your struggles with letting go. Each comment strengthens our community and helps others along the journey. Thanks for watching. Tap that like button and subscribe if this brought you joy today. We're growing thanks to wonderful folks like you. Wishing you a peaceful day, wrapped in warmth and love.